Salutations, this is Dave Degenerate. I've not done a video for a few weeks. In the last video I think I said something about how I was moving, and I actually moved again. I moved from a room to a flat. So I've got a bit more room, and then maybe in time, I'll go to a house, and then maybe after that a mansion, and maybe I'll carry on dreaming, and maybe I'll carry on rambling because I haven't had any coffee yet. Anyway, don't know what I'm on about. This week I wanted to do a video on gain control. Because I think that's something a lot of people don't really seem to understand, is just how important it is to actually control your gain. And not to make David Bowie gain control the Major Tom puns, because as I said, I have no coffee and I'm kind of in a rambling mood right now. So anyway, I don't know how well this camera's going to pick it up. I'm still kind of like getting used to filming things in this new flat. But one thing you could find is that if you haven't really played a lot of stuff with heavy tones before, heavy tones and metal and all that kind of stuff, then it will make a lot of noise. So if you go like, there's just noise all over the place. So you need to learn to control that. Now, I kind of ended up doing that subconsciously after a while, but you will end up sort of having to get used to it and having to practice it. Now, I always find that when I do it, if I'm picking something on the higher strings up here, well, what I'm actually doing is that my picking hand, this is the picking hand, this is the one I pick with and it's Harley and pick. That one is on the lower strings that I'm not playing, and it's muting them. So I'm kind of picking in this motion. Now, when I first started learning to play, I was always told that the best thing you could do is to lean your arm on the body of the guitar to get the right picking motion. This also makes it easier to do palm muting and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, lean your hand in that angle, but don't touch the higher strings, and you can go like that. Now for lower stuff, like what you may end up doing is, if you're fretting stuff up here, you can actually use your fretting hand to mute these strings. So I'm picking this note, but my finger is actually touching all the strings, and so it's got that gain control. And so as I go up and down the strings, I'm switching between having my fretting hand muting them and my picking hand not muting them. I will have coffee before I make another video, I promise that. Anyway, that is the important thing. Now right now I'm actually just using a basic distortion pedal going into a cheap amp, so that's kind of how I'm getting this gain tone. You may find if you're using a valve amp, and particularly with active pickups like what I've got on this right now, then the gain will be even louder. And there is a really noisy van outside. I think that's the bin man. Yeah. Anyway, you'll get a lot of gain and feedback, and sometimes you may want that, but in this occasion I don't think we do very much. So yeah, practice that anyway. Just remember that you had to make the transition as you're going up, so your fretting hand will take over the muting duties, and your picking hand will take over muting duties depending on whether you're going up or down. And practice that. Do some scales. Do your basic kind of say pentatonic. It would help if I actually turn my guitar up. I'm not going to edit this. I'm just going to... No, I'll edit that. I'll edit that. Anyway, yeah. So make sure that you actually practice so that you can change hands as you go up. And stuff like that, so you can generally get the hang of it and all that kind of business. So I'm going to leave this video here after I've just embarrassed myself for a bit by picking up a guitar and not warming up. So, see you in another video. Peace out, guys.